Hey everybody. All right. It was Sunday fun day. Now it's Memorial Day Monday. So, luckily, hopefully most of y'all don't have to go to work today. So let me show you how to fix a screw up. I can't talk tonight for some reason. But yeah, well, that's what we're gonna do. That's right. We're gonna take these poor little worms out of this bin of castings that are way overdone, and we're gonna take them and put them in a nice new little home. We're gonna make this into a fresh little bed, and so let's get with it. I guess ain't nothing to do it but to do it. So I may speed this up, so you won't have to listen to me babble the whole time. But anyway, we'll see how it goes, how frustrated I get. But yeah, it's fixing to get funky, monkey, nasty. So in my catch bucket I have over here is I don't know if I can get this in the shot without knocking everything off. Okay, so what we done was we put crushed leaves, some coffee grounds, and some byproduct off the lawnmower, a little chunk of grass that kind of already composted on the lawnmower or whatever. I throwed it on top of the coffee filters. And so I'm gonna let that stuff land on top of this, and then any moisture that's in it, because it always wants to run down. Every time I set castings in this bucket, it always gets wet at the bottom anyway. So we already know this is overly wet. So we're gonna chunk them in here, and then we're gonna let the moisture hopefully run past all this and drain off a little bit down into the bottom, the crushed leaves. And so yeah, and then all this is gonna get fed to whatever I dump these in. I think these suckers are gonna. I think they're gonna wind up going in the bathtub. I believe is what's gonna happen. I believe that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give them a new home in the bathtub, man. So I guess ain't nothing to it but to do it. Yay. Oh, all right. It's okay, right? It's okay. I look like I got my glasses, so that's gonna help out a little bit. But yeah, I did not mean for this to get this far along, but it has, and so it ain't nothing, it ain't nothing that can't fix. We just have to take a little time with it and run through it. I mean, they look exceptional, except for they're just a little bit too wet. They're looking real good, and I mean, we got cocoons. We got cocoons. There's a cocoon right there. See, one cocoon. One. I'm not counting. So we got some food. That'll be going. That'll be going over too. I'm not gonna worry about food, and I'm not really gonna worry about them either. Those little bitty suckers right there. They'll find them a they'll find them a new home here in just a little bit. They'll be like, wow, we're in this big gigantic bathtub thing or something. I think that's the one I'm gonna put them in. Is the bathtub. So we got cocoons already hatching and all that good stuff, and so I'm happy about that. And like I said, even though it's wet, it's still running. I mean, they're still there. They're not trying to get out. It's not been a. I mean, there's been some action on the sides right here, but they weren't laid up the whole colony and come up here and lay up on the sides or climb out the bin or anything like that. So I'm okay with just giving them a nice little happy home. So I guess we'll just scrape off the top section. It's gonna get worse the farther down we go too. I already know that. So see, I have to bust it open. And it'll bust everywhere there's a worm. That's one good thing about it. I mean, even if it is wet, most of the time there's a worm hiding in here. If you do like that, that worm's got enough surface area for its body that it'll bust that clod open and show you a worm. So it's not like you're gonna miss any adults. So and this is not the first time I've done this. Okay, this is just a rarity that this has happened. This bin got shucked all the way down the end down there and got missed. And that's just what happens. So, no panic. Remember that. No panic. What do? We just go through it and clean it up. And we'll give them some nice new fresh bedding and everything. Them suckers will be tickled to death here in just a little bit. So I hope everybody's had a good weekend so far. I have, I guess. I ain't done anything, but hey, it's been a good one. Woke up this morning, turned out to be pretty good. So yeah, it's a little bit more meticulous because I'm having to go through it like this twice or 3 times. Versus if it was dry, I could crumple it like at one time and it would all fall apart and anything within that was hidden within would be shown. But yeah, it's okay. Still ain't gonna work out too bad, I don't believe. Yeah. Putting to get into them now. Putting to get into them now. Look there. Doop. That's the thing, you know, like I said, that's where they're at. They're in that wet stuff down there. They're loving it. They're down there having a good old time. See another cocoon for us. Right there. Right there's a cocoon. Number 2. I'm putting it right in there with the rest of this mess. But yeah, see how wet it is? But look at where they're at. That's where they are. Cocoons everywhere right there. That's where the worms are. Soaking wet, but yeah. Ooh, it's nasty. Well, I think I'm going to just drop it in the bathtub and spread it out and mix it in with what's in there on the good side, the fresh side, and just let it run. Just let it run. There'll be a feeding going in there with it, so that'll be good too. It doesn't stink, you know. The food stinks a little bit, but it ain't blowed up full, you know. 3-alarm funky fest going on over there. Get in there. No. You get in there and lay down. Be quiet. So, like I said, I feel bad about it. I was gonna get it I was like, I'll get it the next, tomorrow or something. And I was like, no, you know what? I need to go on and get it done because the longer it sets, the worse it gets. And that's all it is. The castings were done, and once they get done, they're done, and then they don't have the same properties they used to. You see, they get a lot wetter, a lot quicker, and just everything. The worms alone in here processing and everything makes moisture, and they make moisture, and the bin has moisture, and it just don't take much. It don't take much for one to run away from you in a minute. Cause I mean, there it is. I'm pretty hot and heavy on my bins. It's just that this one got shuffled and got stuck and got missed. Let's see here. That's probably what we're gonna do, something like that. Just to get them relocated for now, and then I may need a bigger jug. Yeah. Well, I told Nana's worms the other day she's gonna need a bigger boat. A Gilligan, she done throw the whole load of hatchlings in the Gilligan. I was like, yeah, you can need a bigger boat. I feel like that sometimes about that bathtub over here. I feel like at some point in time that thing's gonna have some kind of mutation or something going down in it, and go wind up with 11 million thousand worms. Yeah. Another cocoon right there. So that's 3 cocoons. Shoot. Come here. Shoot. Yeah, it's just a dirty job. I gotta do it. See? About put him in there. Yeah, see, that's why you gotta go through it a little bit more than you've been going up, you know. I'll have to turn them 2 or 3 times every time I pull it now. And it'll take a little longer, but whatever. Alright, so I had to speed that up because that was going to take way too long anyway. So, alright, let's back on some bedding. Get them situated in their new little home again. Oh yeah, let's do that. Alright. There we go, that's 5 quarts, 3/4 or a quart of water. Nice freshly sifted bedding. Got a little touch of coffee grounds in it, shredded leaves, and leaf compost. And a touch of backyard waste compost from grass clippings. So there we go with that. And so you notice all those old castings are gone now. So they've been mixed in to here. And a little trick I do too, I'm messing in a bin or messing with food or messing with whatever. If I need to, my glove gets dirty like that, right? I'll go by the bedding bin over here and stick it in there and scrub my glove off, clean my glove off. We got a little bit of food on it or some castings or something on it or whatever. I use it to clean my glove off in the storage bin. And that helps pre-inoculate it too, you see. So, yeah, that's just a little something I do to clean my gloves off and stuff like that. But that looks, what do we call that? Fabuloso. Is that what Ralph and May used to call it? Fabuloso. Alright. You don't get no better than that. Alright, so listen. Y'all got to remember now, if you ain't subscribed and you hear this long, you might as well subscribe like I always tell you. You just go on and subscribe. Because if you don't, I might show up over at you summertime barbecue with nothing but a Speedo and a pair of flip-flops on. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, do all that good stuff. Yeah. All right, let's turn them loose. Home again, boys and girls, girls and boys and thingies. Y'all ready? Watch out. Shoop. There you go. Go home. Be free. Got a new place to stay. Rent's going up, by the way. Uh-oh. There we go. That's a pretty good chunk of worms, too, actually, because if you do that, yeah, and that, and that, And if anybody ever wants to know why I flick, I've explained this before, why I flick my gloves all the time, because I'm flicking to make sure I ain't got cocoons and little baby hatchlings and wisps on my gloves that you can't see, and I'm going to take them somewhere and touch something, drop one off, and it's going to drop like a booger underneath the headboard or something. Yeah, that's what it's about. So I flick them like this, make sure I'm not carrying cocoons and hatchlings around the room in here and stuff like that. So that's, if you wonder, why does he flick his glove all the time? That's why. I think that looks wonderful, though. Absolutely wonderful, darling. So, yeah. We got, we got a pretty good mess of castings, too, so that's good. I'm liking it. You're definitely going to take off on us. Alright, well, that's it for me tonight. Or this morning, whatever you want to call it. So, hope you enjoyed it. That's what to do if you screw up and don't pay attention and let one run away from you. And it gets a little swamp butt muddy on you. No big thing. No need to panic. Just take matters in hand and fix it. And that's all it takes. A little bit of time, a little bit of effort. And it'll fix any major catastrophe you got going on. About like anything else in your life. So listen, appreciate everybody. You all matter, you know that, right? And all my shout out peoples, you know who you are. So, hope y'all have a safe rest of your Memorial Day weekend. Thank you everybody that's served. Thank you for your service. Anybody that paid the ultimate price, thank you double for your service. Hope everybody has a good one more day off from work. And yes, sir. You know what it means. You know what time it is. That's right. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, or I will show up at your cookout wearing a Speedo and a pair of flip flops. That's right. So guess what? That's right. I appreciate y'all. And we'll see you on the next one.